Hello, welcome to Impacting Humanity in Imperfection. It's been a while. The title of my video today is Learn to Read the Room, and it comes on the back of the video making the rounds of a certain young lady addressing her company group chairman by his first name. There are two sides to the divide here. Naturally, the first side would say how rude the young lady was, ill-mannered, how the young lady was insolent. The other side would say, well, at the end of the day, she addressed him by his name, Tony. His name is Tony. Before I nail my color on the mast here, I would like to tell you a story. And this story goes back to 1999 when I came to do my MBA in the UK. There was a conflict between students and lecturers because we wouldn't address them by their first name or names. We would call them Mr. Badgate or Mr. Fennick. And they said, no, call me Ian. And this went on for quite some months. And it was because of most of us on the MBA course, we were from African origin. And we knew the importance that our culture does not encourage us to address our teachers, our superiors, our leaders by their first name. We say Mr. For those who went to secondary school, woe betide you if you call your senior by his name. You must put Senior Francis or Senior Emeka. And that was part of the discipline, the respect that we gave to them. Not because they might be older than you in age, well, they should be, but because of the position they have attained. So it was a stalemate between the students on the MBA course and the lecturers. And they just let us be. So we kept addressing them as Mr. So-and-so. And they kept saying, call me by my first name. Okay, so having said that, they did realize that the reason why we have stuck to our guns was because of our culture, where we've come from, and the environment we grew up in. Okay, so coming back to the issue at hand, where would I nail my color? What side of the divide would I lean on? I'm going to be categorically clear on this. I believe that the young lady was wrong. And I'll tell you why, for two reasons. First reason was she made a schoolgirl error. Firstly, you must read the room. The conference was not held in Cambridge or Harvard or Oxford. It was held outside those areas, and the recipient or the person you were addressing was not a Caucasian. And he told you, I don't subscribe to all these Oyibo ways. So you must have read the room before you address someone by their first name. Important to read the room. She did not read the room. She didn't read the audience. Hence, she made that mistake. For another reason, second reason why I would err on the side of her being wrong is that before you address someone, customer service rule 101 or human relation rule 101 says that you must ask the person how they want to be addressed. You must ask, would you prefer I call you Tony, or would you prefer I call you Patrick? And I can say to you, no, thank you very much. Address me as Lord Patrick of Braintree. Rather than you assuming that Patrick is fine with me or Tony is fine with the chairman. So she did not find out how the recipients wanted to be addressed, which was an error on her part. All said, all said, she hasn't committed a crime that deserves capital punishment. Oh, far from it. We all make mistakes. We all slip up. But I hope this would be a lesson to her and the next generation on how to think and tackle things before you open your mouth. Read the room. Ask the recipients how they want to be addressed. Okay, and we would not be having this conversation. So, ladies and gentlemen, you all know clearly where I stand on this. I believe she made a mistake, a slight error, and it's not the end of the world for her. She moves on, I think, and I believe she will be successful in the role she decides to follow, as long as she continues to read the room. So, thank you for being with me here today. Continue to join me as we put our hands together, impacting humanity in imperfection. So, goodbye.